Today, let's take a look at another video from my man, The Desirable Truth on YouTube. As always, make sure you support, sub to his channel. He got some dope content. The unpleasant reality of modern love. We're back in Miami for our latest street interview. Let's see what happens on this episode.
What's your age?
33.
Are you single?
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
I broke up with my ex-boyfriend who wanted to marry me because there was a power struggle in our relationship, and I wanted him to dominate me.
What?
Because I didn't want to be the leader, but I was the leader.
So,
I don't like that.
So she basically had a simpy ass boy. Hey, I tell y'all, man, women really do not want a man that they could walk all over. They might if they're just using them, but like on some, if she wants to be into you, like you ain't gonna get no respect, bro. Some of y'all be getting ran over, like steamrolled by some women. You got no spine, for real. She just came out the gate basically saying that.
So why didn't you just submit to
Justin,
him?
what's up?
Because I didn't feel safe with him. If he made me feel safe, I would have naturally submitted, and we'd be amazing.
So what were some of the things that he did that made you feel like you were the one leading?
He couldn't make fast decisions, and I can make faster decisions.
Give me an example.
I mean, everything we did. He was gonna get his real estate license. He couldn't even pick the date for the test. Like, I'm sorry, I have 2 real estate licenses. I can pick dates for tests. Like,
At 43,
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not mad at anything she said. She basically said he was indecisive, lacked decision-making ability, probably lacked ambition. Yeah, those are all signs that you are not gonna make it very far. That woman is gonna leave your ass, bro.
what's the youngest girl you'd date?
I mean, I wouldn't date anybody less than 18. Yeah, 18.
So 18 is the youngest you'd go.
Yeah.
You don't see any issues with that having that much of an age gap?
They're gonna roast his
No,
ass
she
for
can
this.
join the military. She can buy a gun. She can smoke a cigarette. She can travel into the world. She's an adult. She's an adult that can go to college, be free, travel the world. She's an adult.
Yo, hear me out on this. Hear me out on this. Hear me on this. I actually agree. Now, don't conflate me. I would never like date an 18-year-old. There's the mental aspect of it all. They gonna be clingy, emotional. I just don't have the patience for that. However, on the principle of the matter, they're a legal adult. I find it weird in our country how we pick and choose when people are adults, right? On the books, you're a legal adult at 18, but then you'll see on Twitter and social media, people will be like, largely women will be like, oh my God, you're a predator if you're an older man dating an 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old or whatever else, and you're 30 plus or something like that. Well, it don't make sense. They make the argument that, well, you don't fully develop mentally till you're 25 and all this other stuff. So if we're gonna run by that metric, then maybe we should raise the legal adult age to 25. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we pick and choose the standards here? At 17, I had my mom sign a waiver and I was in the military. I was out. So I can essentially put my life on the line at 18, but an 18-year-old woman doesn't have enough cognizant awareness to know whether or not it's right to date a guy older or younger. You know what I'm saying? Like, we strip away a lot of this shit, and this is why I have a problem with that. But on the principle of it all, I agree with them. Like, you're 18, you're an adult. You would hope that your parents raised you with enough common sense to make sound decisions. Are you going to make perfect decisions? No, you're young. We all make dumbass decisions at 18, 19, 20 and stuff. Some people still make dumbass decisions in their 40s. It's just part of life. You can't buy cigarettes at 18 anymore, so really it's 21. Yes, but at 18, you can sign contracts. You could get into the adult work. You see what I'm saying? Like, you could do a vast amount of other things. You can go to the military and die the next day. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, this is where it gets to be weird. Even beyond that, hear me out. If you're 16 years old and you commit a crime, and if it's crazy enough, what do? They charge you as an adult You're 16 though, but they will up you and just say, yeah, we're just gonna run them as an adult. You see what I'm saying? It's so, I think this needs to be a conversation in our society about how we pick and choose what age is an adult and when it isn't. It fluctuates so much. There needs to be what's one standard that we just all say, at this age, it's fair game, okay? Whatever it is, criminal, personal choices, legal, you know what I mean? Like there needs to be just one set number and let it ride.
I mean, what?
They can charge you at 15, depends on what you did. Exactly. And imagine you're 15, you don't really, like at 15, offing someone isn't right. I mean, there's some core things on there. But sometimes you might not understand the ramifications of an action you're doing. Maybe it was unintended. Someone got injured, severely injured. You didn't really know the full you know what I mean? And they'll run you up as an adult. That is always like a very, I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. It's just something I noticed though. You know what I mean?
Would you,
if you can be tried as an adult at 18, then you're an adult. Okay. Okay. I'll say if you can't buy me an alcoholic drink, you are not old enough. Yeah. And to each their own. I don't fault you. Like, again, just because I believe 18, an older person dating someone at 18, it's legal. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it from a legal perspective. I wouldn't personally do that.
a 43-year-old man have in common with an 18-year-old woman?
Sexual attraction, confidence, experience, protection, provision.
And you feel like you'd be able to provide more for her than a guy her age would?
Absolutely, 100%.
So why does society frown upon that then?
Oh, why does society frown upon it? I would say there's a lot of men that have their children and always want to view them as their little girl, but they're not. They, you know, like the biblical verse is that when a man or a woman becomes of age, you leave your parents, and now you're an adult to choose to cling to somebody else, to become one. That's what sex is, becoming one with somebody. And so, you know, they need to leave that. They're not, even though a lot of guys think it's daddy's little girl forever, it's like, that's not what she wants to be. She wants to be someone else's daddy. She wants to have her own daddy, you know what I mean? Like, and so, I mean, just biologically, the facts that girls from, what, like 16 to, you know, 25, they're the most like fertile to be able to have children, most healthy. So, yeah.
T-Storm, what's
what if it
up?
was all the
Regan, what's
way
up?
around?
Amanda, what's up?
43-year-old woman,
I'm not seeing
18-year-old
chat.
man.
That's weird.
I mean, that's up to them. Yeah, that's up to them. You know what I mean? Like, if he's got mommy issues and needs to work him out, you know, like, work him out. I mean, you know, I'm not opposed to that.
But how would you tackle a situation approaching a daughter's father if she was 18 and he was your age?
Oh yeah, with complete respect, you know, complete understanding that, hey, it's your daughter, I understand she's your daughter, and like, you know, complete respect towards him, and I'm gonna respect her, understand it's your daughter, and like, have a real sit down with him, like, I'm serious about her, I'm not just trying to waste her time, you know, and like, I'm looking to actually have something of a future. Yeah.
What's your age?
28.
If I wanted to take you out, where would you want to go?
I would like a daytime vibe. Take me to lunch. Take me to a brunch. Take me to show me what you do, but just me and you. Don't bring me around your friends.
Let's go to Chipotle.
We can go to Chipotle if that's what you want to do. That's cool. Just pay for my fucking tacos.
So why is Chipotle like an okay date for you?
Because I love Chipotle tacos. Are you kidding? I don't care. I don't care about this shit. A lot of girls in Miami, you may think, care about it, but I don't care.
So
Let's go to Chipotle first. That's it.
Guys, I gotta go on a record. I gotta go on a record right here. Let me tell y'all this: if especially if you're of Latin background or whatever, for anybody to be actually say that like Chipotle tacos are fire, you're tweaking, bro. That shit is so trash. It's like Americanized Mexican cuisine. I never, to this day, I think people are weird that put rice in their burrito or some shit. Like, it just blows my mind. I just got to get that one off my chest. I'll take all the smoke. I will die on that hill. Chipotle is trash, and y'all go there consistently for that little baby ass scoop of proteins and your 3 little things of chicken in your burrito. Y'all can miss me with that shit. I will go to a little hole in the wall Mexican store, or even the vendor on the street with the little cart, and go get me about 10 tacos for $3, and they all be fire. Okay.
First date. Second date, yes, impress me. If If I give you that second date, you better fucking impress me second date.
So what qualities are you looking for on the first date when you meet a guy?
Like chemistry, period. I just need chemistry. Like, can you make me laugh? Do you laugh at my jokes? Can I see this going elsewhere? Yeah.
Is there anything that shouldn't be discussed?
Don't talk about your ex.
True. That's really a big one.
That's it. I don't like the question also, like, what are your plans for the future? Like, let's talk about that later.
And how do you feel about sex on the first date?
Sex on the first date? No. That's too much. I mean, if it's like super like, no. I say no. I say no sex on the first date. Let's not do it.
What's your age?
I'm 30.
I don't know. I've had my share of first date hookups. It was just the vibe was so immaculate. It just happened very organically. If it happens like that, if it just flows, you just roll with it. You just roll with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're trying to force it, that's a whole different story. Drink, what's up? Said, seeing you live tonight means only one thing. Your editor will be busy tonight. Yeah, editor will be busy tonight.
33 years old.
Are you single?
No, I'm in a relationship.
How long now?
I've been in a relationship for 3.5 years.
Okay. Do you ever struggle with thoughts of infidelity when it comes on to your relationship?
No, because I have a one-way open relationship, so I can have sex with other girls. So if I want to fuck another girl, I can do it, as long as it's not like my ex or something.
Oh, my man got it set up.
Now, why is it okay for it to be open on your end, but not for your girlfriend?
I never looked at it as like, is it okay or is it fair? It just comes down to what works. My girlfriend really has no desire to fuck other guys. I have a mild desire to fuck other girls. I would say as the years have gone, like when we first started dating, that desire was like moderate to strong. And now that we've grown closer and closer, it's much more mild. But yeah, she just, we're just different. She has no desire to fuck dudes. I have a desire to fuck girls. So it's something that works for both of us. She's not jealous. And I'm somewhat jealous, so I would never be okay with, like, the idea of another guy having sex with her. To me, it would be like watching my dog get kicked. It would be like painful and gruesome, but for her, she doesn't have that gut reaction.
What's up, Becca?
So how does one go about even bringing up having an open relationship to a woman?
Yeah, I mean, not every girl's going to go for it. I think that's the thing. Actually, I would say a small percentage of girls are going to go for it, because a lot of girls, like, look, you can convince a girl who likes you to go along with it, but if she's not okay with it deep down inside, she's going to build up a resentment, and eventually the whole thing is going to blow up. So
that's
there's
true.
a small percentage of girls who are not jealous,
Yeah.
right? And most girls have some level of jealousy. So part of it is luck and screening. Number two is just kind of setting the right frame from the start. When I first met my girlfriend, we were fuck buddies. She knew I was a massive fuck boy, so she kind of knew what she was getting herself into with me. Like, I didn't come off as like a, hey, yeah, I'm gonna be, your one and only type of thing, even though that might be what we become inevitably. So it was just kind of like setting the right frame, having conversation with her when we started dating. And yeah, part of it is luck. It's just that she's open. She doesn't have jealousy issues.
What's the most a man has spent on you in one night?
Probably like $6,000.
$6,000?
Yeah.
$6,000. Let me ask y'all watching this right now. In your mind, do you think after $6,000 spent on that night, do you think he smashed those guts? Let me ask you. Be honest. And I know there's ladies here too. Ladies, let me ask you. A guy takes you out on this $6,000 extravagant date. Not that it is expected, but would you be inclined to be like, man, this shit was amazing. I'm gonna give him some of this box. I mean, $6,000. So they're like, you're fucking right. Can we all agree? Like, there has to be some level. Got to be something going down. That's crazy. $6K. You know what I mean? Dude got lucky with his one-sided open relationship. Yeah, that's very rare. It's very rare for something like that to be the case. Curd, what's up, man? I wish. $6K, she better suck a mean wiener for $6K. Something like that. I think she ate another girl with him. It's possible. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
For what?
I mean, we're in Miami, like maybe like me and my friends are out and we want to go somewhere, so the guy buys us a whole table. So.
And then buys you all drinks and everything?
Hmm.
Now, do you think that there's a woman in Miami who's taking a group of guys out, bringing them to the club, buying them a table,
No.
and spoiling them on drinks?
Absolutely not, unless it's like a sugar mama.
Now, why isn't that the case?
That's just the way society is. The man's supposed to be the breadwinner most of the time and the caretaker, so that's just how it is.
But the man that spent this amount on you, were
Did
you
he smash?
dating him, seeing him, or was he just
No, just somebody I met.
same night?
Yeah,
That's how much he spent.
yeah. We're in Miami.
Yo, he needs to ask the follow-up question. Did you smash? She's omitting important information in this story. There's no way. Yes, it is Miami, but even 6K, it's not chump change. Even in Miami, it's still not chump change. You know what I'm saying? Did he smash?
I'm
So-
sure it's not unusual for most girls for a guy to do that, honestly.
Did she just say, wait. What'd she just say?
Yeah. We're in Miami. I'm
So-
sure it's not unusual for most girls for a guy to do that, honestly.
Did you hear what she just said? Ladies, right now, they're here. How many of you had a man spend $6,000 on you on the one night on the first meeting? This goes to prove my point. First off, Miami is its own world in dating. It is, don't even consider that real regular dating. It's its own place. You got a lot of men that are tricking off, buying the punani. Sometimes outright, other times it's like, it's like this, right? They're just throwing their money around to win you over, and you're like, oh, I want to see what else I can get, and then eventually you're gonna smash. You know what I'm saying? It's like an unsaid thing. How many women in here had a man? How many of you watching this back on the YouTube replay video have had a man spend $6,000 on you the first night they met you? It's like eerily quiet, because that is not the reality. She just said, I'm sure most women have that experience. No, it's not the case. That is not the case. Again, it's proof that there is a super big disconnect from a woman like her from the majority of women, right? Because she's moving around in Miami. She's a pretty girl. So, you know, she's surrounding herself with all these men that are tricking off. And she assumes that every woman experiences what she experiences. It's super a big disconnect. 305, what's up, bro? The man is the wallet for them. Yeah, true.
It's like,
How important is a man's income to you?
I want the man to be a leader and a provider. It's pretty important because he needs to be able to take care of us, right?
So in Miami, how much would he need to make?
500,000.
500K in Miami. And is that to date you, or is that just to live in
I
general?
just think that's what people that I hang out with make.
Once again, she's in Miami. She's probably in those social circles that are not many people are in. She's got a very skewed view of the world. For her to say that a guy needs to make 500K, do you know how it's such a small, tiny number of men that are making 500K a year? 500K a year? 500K a year? you know what I'm saying? You know how it might be like not even a full percentage point of men. You know what I mean? She had one too many drinks. You know what it really sounds like? It sounds like she smokes too many Virginia Newports or Virginia Slims or something like that. She got that smoky ass voice. Not attracted to that.
Do you make that much on your own?
Yeah.
So do you think
Bro, she make 500K a year?
And so I've come to the conclusion that I might be the breadwinner, but I by no means want to be the breadwinner. I don't. Like, this was an accident.
So do you feel like that makes you a high value woman as well, making that amount?
No, I think what makes me a high
What's up,
value
Jax?
woman is that I want to be a mom, I want to be a wife, I love giving blowjobs, I love
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, yo, I'm not gonna lie. She went 3 for 3 in that one. She wanted to be a wife. She want to have kids, and she likes to suck wieners. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna give her credit, y'all. I'm going to give her credit. That is definitely 3 great qualities in a potential wife. You know what I mean? I'm not mad. She's still delusional, but at least she's got like some aspects of this thing together. You know what I'm saying? What's up, George? Oh, that was funny. That's like 1%. I don't even think it's a full 1%. Think about the men that make over 500K. Then you have to remove old ass men, perhaps, like because they're not gonna want to date an old man. Like a man that's making 500K more times than not is gonna be a much older man. It takes a lot of time to ascend to that level. Sure, you're gonna have some of your entrepreneurs that hit it big young, maybe a tech guy hit it big with a super big app or whatever. But the majority of men that are making that are gonna be much older. It took a lot of years to climb up the corporate ladder or build their businesses up and so on and so forth. You got to take out the men that are already married. You got to take out the men that might be gay. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then like what's left out of that pool? It's going to be like a 0.00, not, you know what I'm saying? My G getting sloppy top after that interview. No, I don't think so.
Creating a nice home, like I want to be a caretaker. I think what makes a woman high value is creating a home for your husband, for your children, something nice for them to come home to, comfortable, like there's a nice meal on the table, satisfying your man sexually. I do not think men need or want women in the workforce.
And what
I ain't gonna lie. She's so interesting because on one side, she's so delusional with like the requirement of a man. Yet she's actually talking about things that men value. Like if you're gonna wife a woman up, everything that she said right there are things that a man actually looks for and would hope to find in a woman that she views it as like that's what she wants to do. I don't think in our day and age, somehow we've lost our way and not realizing that the most important thing in life, y'all. Remember, I'm gonna tell y'all this. The most important thing in our lives is our family. It's our familial unit. It is raising our next generations. Somehow we've gotten lost in the rat race of life and think it's all about money. It's all about materialistic things. Bro, family. When it's all said and done, when you lose your job, you lose your this, whatever, you're stripped down to, if you have nothing left, you always have family. That is one of the greatest things that we as humans can do is to have a family, raise the next generation, instill in them the morals, the traditions. That is so important, and we're losing our way in there. So I just find her interesting because she's like delusional on one side, yet she actually is speaking about like what her as a woman, what she would do. And it's like, yeah, that's commendable. Like men are going to look for that. We got to kind of find our way back, bro, to the, you know, got to kind of find our way back with this. That's how I feel about it. What's up, Miss K? Good to see you.
do you think makes a man high value?
That he is successful and can provide the home that I'm gonna make cozy and nice for him. He needs to be able to provide it, and then I will take care of it.
What's the most you'd spend
I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying?
on a first date at 43?
Oh man, first date, coffee or a drink, just one drink, and really, you know, and also I would say that, like, not even that, just see if you can just initially just be able to walk with somebody without having to do anything, just you both being the gift to each other, your presence both being the gift to each other, and then that should be what it's about. And then, hey, can I do something for you?
What do you think that most
Yo, I agree with this. If you can't, like, and this is where the dating rhetoric we see online is so dumb about first dates got to be extravagant. I'm of the belief that your first few dates, they should be very simple. They don't have to be overly complicated, overly expensive. They could be very simple things, because you're just trying to initially feel each other out to even know if, like, there's anything there to even explore further. So why make a crazy investment and all that? From both sides. I mean, a woman, you don't want to do all this work to get ready and do all this stuff just to go out and you realize, like, I don't really like this guy, I want to get out of here. Just go do something for coffee, go for a walk, or just somewhere you can hang out. And what he said right there about doing something that allows you to focus on each other, I think is actually something that people don't put enough effort into. Because when you do other things, like I think movie dates are horrible unless you're like already been dating for a while, but like early on dating, like the first few months, few weeks, whatever, movie dates are terrible because you do things that distract you two from actually allowing each other to talk. And I think when you don't have those outside distractions and it's only just you two, you really start to see if there's a level of compatibility because we have to engage each other like back and forth this whole time. There's nothing else to distract us. We're not doing anything else. It's just us two. Can we carry the conversation? Is there enough interest? I think it really says a lot. And he makes a very good point on that.
Women in your dating pool would accept that as a first date?
I'm not attracted to girls that are anyway first thinking about what they can
Reed,
get out
you.
of somebody. For me, that's just a user. And then your whole mindset, you're setting the frame to be a user from the very get-go.
Now, what's the most you've spent on a first date before in the past when you were younger?
What's the first? Man, that's a good question. I don't go on a lot of first dates. I'm really particular who I date. I don't know. First date, maybe $100.
Yeah.
And is there any difference between spending that much or, $20 coffee?
I think it's just kind of like what you feel. If you feel that night, like, you know what I mean? I want to get a coffee. You know what? No, I'm feeling, let's go do something else. But a first date, though, dinner's awkward unless you know the person. You don't even know if you're on the same page. So I would never do a dinner on the first date. Never.
No,
let me add on to that. I think first dates are terrible. Going to a dinner date is a much more romantic experience. Why would you go on your first date with somebody? And I would even say this to women. Why would you want to go on a dinner date with a guy, first date, even your second date? Why would you want to go to an intimate dinner experience if you have no intentions of fucking being intimate with him? I'm of the belief, hear me out. This might be controversial. I'm of the belief that if a woman goes on a dinner date for your first date, knowingly she's not trying to smash, that she's going simply to use you for the dinner experience, for her Instagram, take the pictures of the meal and put it all up and everything. And that's it. Because if you're not planning to have any relations with that man, why would you go on an intimate dinner experience? And I same thing for fellas. Don't waste your time on an intimate dinner night. You're just meeting her. For what? You're paying all that money. You're not, it doesn't make sense. Am I the only one that feels that way? The brisket video was one of my favorites. I'm glad you like that, Reed. Ms. K said, what are you eating? I'm having fruit, cottage cheese, raspberries, and blueberries for my last snack of the day. High protein and stuff. You know what I mean?
Why wouldn't you invest that much? Now, why wouldn't you spend $150 on a dinner for a first date, as most women in Miami would prefer?
Because you're asking me to invest in something that I don't know if it's worth investing in.
Thank you. Thank
But
you.
a lot of women would say, well, you're not showing effort if you're just trying to tempt me to coffee.
Yeah, that's interesting. Showing effort. Yeah. No, effort is your intentions, your time, your focus, your true paying attention.
Yes.
Your true being present to somebody. That's truly
Bro,
the
cooking.
most valuable thing there is time.
Bro's cooking.
Do you have any guys?
Bro cooks so hard right there. Time is the most valuable asset that we have. It's not money. Please don't ever think that money is the most valuable. It's time. Time is the only resource that we cannot produce, reproduce, rewind, accumulate, reaccumulate again. It is here and it is gone. It is finite. We are all on the clock. Don't waste my time. And if I do make time for you, that is effort. It's not about the money. And that is another area where people are fucking lost. They think it's all about money. Time is a great indicator for a man or a woman to let you know if the other person is actually putting in effort. Are they making the time? Are they putting in the time? Because they could use that time that they can't get back, and they're investing it in you.
Friends?
Of course.
How many?
I mean, like, friends people that are strictly platonic, like a few that I see here and there, but not people like I text. I'm not a texter. I don't like text on the usual, but.
So let's say we were dating,
Okay.
and one of them wanted to hang out with you one-on-one.
One-on-one?
Yeah.
That's not a thing. One-on-one friends, I don't hang out one-on-one friends with my platonic friends. No, I don't do that.
Why not?
She knows.
Because that's weird. They're not, it's a group setting. Like, bring somebody else. All right,
So-
I gotta go.
But you can
You gotta
relate.
pay me now. After this point, you gotta pay me. You gotta pay me now. Bye.
Do you want to?
Pay you?
Does a woman need income to be high value in your mind?
In my mind, personally, not really, no. I do generally date girls who have something going for themselves. I don't like dating girls who are just like influencers or like even waitresses. I like girls who have jobs or at the very least passions they're pursuing. I find that to be a lot better because there's no chance they're gonna try to leech off you. So my girlfriend has like a really good career. Like she doesn't need my money. She has enough money of her own. But for me, no, I would not probably say income plays a significant role in whether she's a high value woman or not.
And that's because
I don't need a girl's money. I have my own money. I would never, it's not something I value. Like a girl's honesty directly affects me if we're in a relationship. A girl's intelligence even directly affects me. Her looks affect me. Her income doesn't affect me, assuming she's not a gold digger. Like let's say she's making $30,000 a year, $300,000 a year. As long as she's not hitting me up for money, that doesn't affect my experience with her. So it doesn't benefit me in any way. But, you know, I do admire the fact that my girlfriend was able to go out and start a successful career on her own. But the fact that she makes money is not something that benefits me because I don't need her money.
What's up, Demi?
I have my own money.
if we were dating, would I need to pay for your hair and your nails?
Honestly, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What gives you that mentality?
I mean, like, if you want me to look good, then you gotta pay for it.
Yo, I hate this. I hate when I hear this. This makes me want to, like, smash my head against the wall. You were already doing this before. Why all of a sudden, when you get with someone, now it's on them and their responsibility. Certain things are just your own personal responsibility. For fuck's sake. How does he even smile about this? It's ridiculous. You're already doing it's not it's one thing if you never did this, you never did your hair, your nails, all this stuff, and you give it someone, okay, you gotta do, help me out, whatever. Like, you're doing this already before you even meet a man. But the minute you get with them, now you're passing off all your personal stuff on them. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. And my argument on this is it's on a matter of principle. It's not about spending the $200 or $300 that it might take for you to do this shit. It's on principle. Like, you already, like, you're an adult. Like, you mean you can't upkeep yourself? You was already doing it when I met you. That's the reason we're together, because you already was making yourself look cute and all this stuff. Now I gotta pay for the maintain it after the fact? The fuck? How come we can't use that shit? Yo, fellas, how come we can't use that argument or that logic again with them? You get with me? Damn, babe, I'm gonna need barbershop money. I need to get my beard lined up. I need you to give me some bread. Like, what the fuck? Can we not do this now? We need to spin the block and, like, hit them with that line. And see, they're gonna be like, yeah, right, I ain't paying you. Well, then see how stupid it sounds? Imagine, because I was already getting haircuts and my beard lined up before we met. But now that we're together, you got to pay for it, babe. You want me to look handsome for you. Like, that's, every one of them will look at you crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Lucky lady, what's up, babe?
But if you were doing it before I came into your life,
Thank you.
why do I have to start doing that now that I'm your man?
Thank you.
I would say because you would want me to look good, so you would want me to do those things.
Surely you're not just going to
Fall off.
not
Yeah.
dress up and represent
you.
yourself properly if I
My
don't
God,
pay
she's
for
so
it.
dumb.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I would probably go maybe look for somebody that would.
All right, we know it is. This bitch a gold digger. The classic gold digger. Classic gold digger. I would just go and look for somebody else. Classic gold digger. Hey, y'all know, like, back in the day on the milk carton boxes, they would have, like, the help find, the little thing. They need to put her shit on, like, they need to be like a golddigger.com website where they get all these women on the internet that are gold diggers and they put them on, like, a FBI most wanted, like, panel, so anybody can look them up, like, oh, is she a gold digger? Yep. Stay away from her.
So,
who said men can't? I mean, a man could say that, but the thing, Amanda, is, like, no woman would ever take a man seriously if he said, okay, now that we're together, you got to pay for my haircuts and my beard linings, right? No woman would ever, maybe a sugar mama. But my point is that no man would ever think to himself, like, now that we're together, you got to take care of that for me. Why? Because he was already doing this. He was already doing it before he met you. We do this as a part of, one, to make ourselves, feel good and look good. Two, we also do these things to attract other people. You're not going to just let go of that after the fact.
how much do your nails cost?
She takes my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she trifling. Big Mike, what up? My brother sent her off with a pickaxe.
Probably like anywhere between 60 to 80, like every 3 weeks.
And hair?
Depending on the hair, sometimes $90, sometimes $1,000.
$1,000. And I would have to foot that as your man?
I mean, if you're not gonna pay for it all, maybe like at least half.
At least half.
Wait, can any woman tell me what hair costs $1,000? I got to know this. I'm not clearly a woman. Is there any woman here can explain to me what would be $1,000 spent on your hair? Is she like importing fresh virgin hair, Indian virgin hair, Remy hair or something? Like what is happening here? $1,000? Can some woman explain that to me? Someone else go pay the other half. Yeah. Maybe learn to do her own hair. She can't afford it. Something. What's up, Fuj? Extensions? Bro, my point is, where are these extensions coming from for $1,000? Are they gold laced? Are they platinum? Like, there's got to be, this just can't be regular ass extension hair. $1,000?
Why would it cost $1,000 to get your hair done?
If you get like extensions, if you get treatments put in your hair, like, I don't know. I like to have nice hair, so.
Is there ever a time where you would pay for your man's haircut, or, you're required to, pay for stuff for him?
No. No, I'm not paying for his haircut.
And that's because?
That's a man's job.
What's the most expensive date you've been on?
I mean, my ex-boyfriend, our first date was him taking me to Hawaii, so that was a couple grand.
How was that your first date, though?
Because they're meeting these tricking ass men. I'm going to tell y'all like this. Men that have money, let me be clear. Let me say it like this. Money does nothing but amplify who you already are. If you're a man on principle, you have standards, you have boundaries, if you have integrity, all the money is going to do if you get it, it's going to just enhance that, and you're going to be just more of that, and you're going to be more disciplined and focused on what you got going on because you have those characteristics baked into you. If you are a man that has no discipline, is reckless, and can't control your desires, all money is going to do is make you act out on those things. There's so many guys that I know that came up on money, in my time in the music and radio industry, that got money, got big contracts, and they were out here reckless, spending money on bitches left and right. And I'm like, bro, all you're doing, you're burning through your bread and you're being used. And then they would come back like, I don't get it. I can't find a good girl. Like, bro, because you've literally labeled yourself in these circles of women. Now they know that you're the guy to go to because you're just going to pay all. You're going to pay for these trips. You're going to pay for all this stuff. You're going to buy them bags. You're on their, like, the hit list. Like, you're a mark at that point. You know what I'm saying? They know all they got to do is show you some ass and you're just going to go because you have no self-control. So there's a lot of men that got money that have no game, have no self-discipline, self-respect, and they will just throw money at women because they still got to buy pussy, even though they got money. So that's why I don't buy into that, man. Sometimes, men with money, there's a lot of men with money that are still simps. There's a lot of men with money that got no riz. There's a lot of men with money that don't know how to interact with women properly, and so they buy their way. They just spend money to make up for the lack of substance that they have because they can't converse, they can't interact, they can't engage properly. So that's also why I say, like, women miss out on good guys that maybe they have a modest job and whatever, but they got a good character. They can actually stimulate your mind. They will treat you well. They will care for you. And they pass up on so many of these guys that are there because they're all chasing the same type of guy who got bread. And those guys are not always the best guys, I'd argue. A lot of times they're not. You know what I'm saying? $100 plus $100 plus per ounce of hair at approximately 580 ounces, of labor rate of $100 plus per. Wow, that's a lot of money. She is capping harder than my boy DJ Moon putting on that cap. In fact, it's harder than the interviewer's hat. What? That is crazy. They said they're importing Jesus's hair from the 1800s. What? That's crazy.
Because he lived in Hawaii. I lived in New York.
He flew you
saw him
out
on a TV show. Slid into his DMs. He said, "Come stay with me in Hawaii," and then he paid for it because he's a man.
Bro, she just admitted to being flown out. Come on, bro. We can't take this shit seriously. She literally admitted to being flown out, acting as if it was some date thing. No, he flew you out to fuck and sent your ass back on an airplane to New York.
I've been on multiple first dates, to other, like, even countries and stuff.
And what do the other ones compare to that?
I mean, I liked him the most because I actually made him, like, my boyfriend. The other ones, we didn't become anything seriously. They just courted me really hard. But, I mean, I would assume going out of the country would have probably been even more than that.
So
Hawaii's far.
So being that was your most expensive date, well, so being that was your most expensive first date, what would you be willing to accept now as a first date?
I'm looking for, like, energy. I'm looking for deep conversation. So I don't need, like, a fancy date. I just want to, like, have an in-depth conversation with you. We could take my dogs for a walk by the water, and that would be fine. Honestly,
Monica, what's up?
The guys that spend the most on the dates, surface level conversation. That's not what I'm looking for.
You feel like they're trying to impress you and make up for a lack of something else?
I don't feel like they're intentionally doing it, but usually it's just not like an in-depth thing. Like, everyone's gonna have fun in Hawaii. No one's not gonna have fun in Hawaii. So yeah, I'm gonna start liking him because we had this great vacation, but not because we had like this like amazing connection necessarily. If I met my ex at a random bar, would we have hit it off? Probably not, honestly.
What's the most you're willing to spend on a first date?
On a first date, so assuming that like I'm meeting up with one of the rare times I go out and fuck another girl, not a lot.
Hold on, they said, why does she sound wasted? She probably, I mean, they're in Wynwood, so she probably might have left the spot drinking or whatever else. They said, how you gonna have a deep convo with a slow talking chick? She is kind of like dragging it out. Yo, what's up? Hi, how you doing?
Fuck, I don't know, man. Like $40, $50. Yeah, I'm not into, like, I generally for my dates, like, it's very different with my girlfriend, right? But like with a new girl that I'm meeting up with, my plan A is to invite her straight to my place for a bottle of wine. If she's not comfortable coming over, I'll suggest let's go for a walk with my adorable husky while he supervises us, and then we can go back up to have a drink if you feel more comfortable. If she says no to that, I'll offer to meet her at like a dive bar nearby. But if she's like, oh, I want to go somewhere fancier, I'll just walk away. I just like have no patience for that.
Now, being that your relationship is open on your side, do you also tell the new woman that you're seeing that you have a girlfriend?
If she directly asks me, then yes, but I won't go out of my way to tell her that I have a girlfriend, at least not on the first date.
Brickle,
but if she
I'm
asks
sorry.
me, I won't lie.
I meant Brickle. I don't know why I said Wynwood.
What have some of your experiences in the past been?
I've never really had a bad situation, just simply because how I frame things. Like if you look at my Tinder profile, or even if I go up and meet a girl in real life, it's pretty evident that I'm a fuckboy. Like literally, even my girlfriend thought for the longest time that I was incapable of being in a relationship because I was too much of a fuckboy. So like if I do tell a girl, and I have many times, like yeah, like if girl's like, hey, so you know, when was the last time you had a girlfriend or something like that? I'll be like, well, actually, you know, I'll kind of give her a very short explanation. It's not like out of the blue. It kind of goes with the territory. So I feel like the issue a lot of guys get into isn't the fact that, for example, they're fucking other girls. It's the fact that the girl feels like she's been like kind of tricked or something like that because the guy came up as like very traditional, very like conservative, And then suddenly he's like, oh, actually, I'm fucking 3 other girls. And it's like a, whoa, complete 180. But if you just present yourself right away, like the way you are, which again, for me is, you know, I say this word with love, fuckboy, then like, there's not really an issue because the girl's like, yeah, that's kind of what I signed up for.
At 28, what's a high value man to you?
A high value man to me is somebody that can make me feel stable. I need someone to make me feel like I'll be okay for the rest of my life. And if you can, then that's a high value man. I don't care how much.
She's not articulating that very well. You know what I mean? Like, you asked this question, I've yet to see a video where they can clearly articulate that answer. It's very ambiguous when they describe when they answer that question when they present it to them.
Money you make, if you have ambition and you have plans and we can even go into shit together, that's a high value man. If you haven't.
Hey, yo, listen, don't ever go into shit together. Don't mix business with pleasure, bro. Don't do it. That shit is a mess. The minute y'all divorce, now you gotta dissolve the company or buy them out, and it's just ugly.
Ambition, and if you can talk to me about how we can get shit done, how we can make money together, and how we can grow, and how we can start a life together, that's high value to me.
So I could be 28 and the manager at PF Chang's and planning our life out.
I mean, if you have other ambitions than that, if you're comfortable there, then no, sorry. We need to do more than that. If you have more ambition and you have plans to go elsewhere, then yes, you're the guy. That's cool.
And do you consider yourself a high value woman?
I do.
Do you think your income plays a part in that?
I mean, I can take care of myself. If we're talking income, I can take care of myself. Can I take care of everybody? No, but I can take care of myself. So if that pays a value in the person that I'm with, then okay. If not, then I don't know.
What else would make you a high value woman?
What else do you bring?
Because I'm a very loyal woman, and I hold myself to a high value, so I feel like
Crickets.
I'm very pick and choose
Crickets.
who I let around me.
Crickets.
And I'm very pick and choose of who I like and who I can let in my circle, depending
What
on
are you
their
talking
morals
about?
and how they move. So that's what makes me a high value person. I'm a good loyal girl that, you know, knows right from wrong, and I can see it in the other person. So I feel like if you reach my standard, then you're just as high value as me.
She just said a whole lot of nothing. They can't articulate that at all.
What's your age?
24.
Are you single?
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Just
I have a lot of qualities I look for in a guy, and I haven't found the right person yet.
So,
he just needs to ask her how much her going rate is, bro. There ain't no way that she's not some kind of escort.
Qualities, well, so what would you say are your expectations?
Somebody who is driven to be successful or successful.
So wait, do you prefer the guy who's already reached success or the guy who's working towards it?
I mean both, as long as the person looks like they're going to reach their goal, be successful in the future, then...
So give me the age range for the guy that you date then.
I would say
65 to 45.
23 to 28.
You're fucking lying. This bitch is lying, bro. After she just said she wants a guy to pay for her makeup and hair, what'd she say, up to $1,000 for her extensions? You think a guy between 23 and 28 got that extra bread to drop? Most guys in that age range are broke. The vast majority of guys in that age range are just getting into the workforce and in entry level positions and early on and stuff. They're not at that level, bro. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Hey, TikTok, fuck y'all for flagging my stream for sexually suggestive content. Y'all are so stupid with your fucking moderation. Y'all can suck my dick.
Do you have the same...
By the way, I'm going to kill the TikTok stream, y'all, before they ban me. So if you're on TikTok, come on over to kick.com, djmoondawglive, because they just flagged the stream. I can never do these streams on this platform because it's dog shit. Fuck TikTok. Later. I'm out. I can't, man. I really hate TikTok. I fucking hate that platform. Flagging my streams. You can't even have adult conversations because they flag it all. They're gonna ban you all and shit. I hate that platform.
Expectations for both of them, or does one get a little bit more leeway?
I'd say younger, they have a little bit more leeway, but if you're at the top, I kind of expect more.
So where does the 28-year-old need to be as opposed to the 23-year-old?
Successful in their career.
Making?
Hopefully 6 figures.
But a 23-year-old?
Almost 6 figures.
At 23, she is delusional. She is delusional.
That's a pretty close expectation for a 5-year difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't, man. I can't start 2024 getting myself worked up over these dumbass people on these streets of Florida. Delusional.